You can cheer for other people while you are in your waiting season. If there's something that I have learned over the last few years, it is truly that comparison is the thief of joy. And while I'm a firm believer in the fact that you can share your wins and you should share your wins and your achievements because it creates this safe space for other people to want to make their goals and feel like they can talk about their wins, it's also a very slippery slope when you consume so much of that you start to compare yourself and feel jealousy. When you're watching someone's reel or Instagram story or YouTube video, it is so easy to forget that that is a mere moment of their life. That is literally a highlight of what is going on in their life, especially when it gets to content that is achievement focused or, income focused, whether it is look what I made this month, or look at all these great things that I achieved. Those videos are so easy to get sucked into this mindset of must be nice, or could never be me, or oh wow, whatever excuse your brain can come up with, that is the place that can be so dangerous. Because here's the thing, if you start to look at those videos in a negative way, it's going to be so much harder to change your mindset for that thing to happen to you. Because you may be comparing someone's day 500 to your day 5. And so then it's really difficult for you to have this positive outlook on your situation if you are looking at an outcome you want in a negative light. If you spend all this time watching other people's videos and comparing your journey to theirs, why? It's not supposed to look the same. Everyone is on different paths. Everyone has different goals, different priorities, different dreams that they're going after. So when I say something like comparison is the thief of joy, it's because in that moment where you were in your journey and you were watching someone else share whatever it is about their journey, that you start to compare and feel maybe some jealousy or start to feel a little bit of doubt in your journey, is now just taking away from the joy that you were supposed to have in that moment, in that spot in your journey. Because what happens is time passes by, right? And maybe 6 months down the road, you are in the position that you want to be in, but it's going to look wildly different from where you're at right now, where you're comparing and where you're wishing that was you, and you have this feeling of must be nice, or you start to worry if that will ever be you one day. And so 6 months down the road, when you're in that position, one, you may have already built this negative connotation about where you're supposed to be. So you're like psyching yourself out. Is this even where I want to be? I could play bigger. I could go harder. This isn't what I wanted. This is what they had, and I just thought that's what I wanted. When really, if we pause and we just sit in the moment that we're in right now and enjoy the moment of the journey that we are in right now, one, we can gain so much clarity on where we want to be 6 months from now, but also we can truly enjoy our journey for all that it entails. Also, not comparing yourself to other people's journeys means you can truly be proud of what you build along the way. You really can be proud of things that you achieve along the way, because while it is great to use those as a little bit of inspiration, right? Like play big, absolutely. I literally just talked a couple weeks ago about journeys and how we should be playing big in journeys, but do not use someone else's achievements or someone else's journey as your guiding star, whatever you want to call it, your roadmap, your path, what you should be doing, your plan, your next step. Use it rather as inspiration, not as the as the end goal. If you enjoy the moment that you're at right now in your journey instead of comparing it to someone else's journey, that means in the future you can look back on this moment and not have regrets. You know what I mean? You can look back and you can be like, oh, I'm so glad I really enjoyed being able to slow down. I missed the season that I was in where I wasn't swamped with work or I wasn't overloaded like I am now. I wish that I had enjoyed that season or that moment in my journey more, because you may not have that again. Not only that, but if you were always chasing the next big goal, the next big milestone, seeing what someone else is achieving and like always going after that, you are just always going to be unsatisfied with what you have and what you have achieved. So this is your sign. Take people's videos, take people's wins, take people who are being transparent about their achievements and their goals and what they have accomplished, and use that when you are in a season of comparison to propel you forward, not as something to be compared to, not as something to start to build this negativity around, but rather truly something that you can reflect back on when you're in this season of needing some inspiration. And on top of that, be sure to enjoy the moment that you're in right now. I have truly enjoyed creating a goal list and making the list as simple as possible. For example, I am on this journey to become a full-time content creator slash UGC creator. And so there are little milestones that you can reach, big and small. And I will make a list of even the smallest. Hit 100 followers on TikTok, hit 200, hit 300, hit 400, hit 100 followers on TikTok, hit 100 views on a TikTok, get my first gifted collab, get my first $50 collab, $100 collab. Because then when I start to check those off, even though they may be small, even though they may feel a little redundant, it is such a great way for me to be able to enjoy the wins that I celebrate in each stage of my journey. And because I love to practice what I preach, I'm going to start consuming content around other people's goals and achievements. And rather than feel this spirit of comparison or feel this spirit of jealousy, I'm going to take that video and I'm going to create one goal for myself out of that video. Here's an example. If someone says, I made $5,000 in UGC deals this month, I'm going to create a goal for myself based on where I'm at in my journey that says, I want to make $1,000 in brand deals this month, or I want to make $500 in brand deals this month, because now I have given myself a new goal based on things that I've seen are possible for other people that I want for myself. But I'm not going to get burnt out. If I don't hit that goal, I'm not going to feel like a failure because I know it's a goal that I can reach, and then it's just going to propel me into something bigger.